everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 43 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Not Too Complicated. Where today, I'm getting a lot more lazier AE stuff. Because we need a lot more lazier AE stuff. Long story short, between episodes, I went ahead and made the... I'm going to sleep through this tonight just because you know me. I went ahead and made the first 4 million processor. Right. So remember, there's lazier AE, which adds, or is it lazier AE that adds the time? No, it's not lazier AE. It's well, whatever adds the 4 million processor, AE2 extras. Also adds a 16 million storage. So remember, 256K is 3 64Ks, and then a million is 3 256s, and then 4 million is 3 1 millions, and 16 million is 3 4 millions. And we need a lot of 16 million processors to make either the Mark III energy collector or antimatter guy, right? So this is going to be our next challenge is making these, because holy cow, is it a lot of resources. If we were to take a look real quick at just one 16 million ME storage component, we're going to need a huge amount of stuff, which is no surprise. And we got the resources courtesy of EMC and the crazy shenanigan setup I did last episode. However, each one of these bad boys requires 2,187 logic processors to be crafted, 1,093 calculation processors to be crafted, 8,748 charged Certus quartz. Ay caramba, is what I have to say to that. And that's a lot. I'm just saying, it's a lot. So I did add over here, we've got our first 4 million crafting station. You can see it's currently working on making me some more etchers, is what it's making for me, inscribers. So I wanted to make more crystal energizers in order to make charge Certus faster, and I want more circuit etchers in order to make circuits faster. Luckily, these things are pretty fast. Unluckily, we still, I think, are not going to have nearly enough, but we'll find out, right? So we're coming into the home stretch of this crafting process being complete. The last thing we're working on is some skystone dust. What are you, in the crusher over here, I would assume? Is skystone dust not in the crusher? Or is it elsewhere? Where's skystone dust? This guy, it's the pulse centrifuge. Oh, he's actually kind of slow. All right, well, luckily he's not a part of actually making stuff, but even with our 8 upgrades, he's still a little slow. So yeah, that's the gumming up the works guy. So, but don't worry, we'll get there. So remember, we made these manually last time. I spent between episodes getting these auto craftable. There's a handful of things that I did not set up auto crafting for. Mostly it's the matter balls that you need for it. And then also, I didn't teach it how to make universal presses. I probably could, but I just didn't. If we get to the point where we need to make like 20 of these, I probably will. But universal presses are enough are pretty easy to make by hand, so it's not a huge deal. Yeah, you're just still... Let's go, Chief. Come on. Dyer's got an episode to make. Let's go. Thank you. So today I want to figure out, how does AE split crafting requests when multiple machines can accept the same crafting request? Does it like fill one up completely before it moves on to the second? Does it, automatically just, I don't know. We'll find out together as a team. We'll figure it out. So with this, we're absolutely going to need some more channels, I think, than we currently have. So what do we got going on over here? You are 21 out of 32 channels, so you've got about 11 left. You are sitting on 22 out of 32 channels. So I've done a pretty good job of distributing my channels. So if I'm thinking this through correctly, we're going to need lots of channels here, in my opinion, I think. I think we're going to need lots of channels. And I'm pretty sure you guys, I guess you don't. Can you connect to and share power? I guess you can't share power amongst yourselves, can you? Because we ran into that problem already. Remember, we ran into the problem where they ran out of internal buffer. So we're going to have to see what we can do about getting power into these guys. But it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. So you're still cooking. Should I start tapping into this guy and run him, you know, under the ground and get him over to here? That might not be a bad idea. That might not be a terrible idea. And we can do some things with these interfaces to make them behave a little bit better. So let's think about that real quick, because I really want to, you know, make sure that, don't I have dense cable on autocraft? I would have sworn I did. Maybe I don't. Today I learned. Okay, good job, past Direwolf. You fail, sir. Look at us, we're out of patterns. I told you I set up a lot of auto-crafting between episodes, though, didn't I? And actually, believe it or not, we're starting to fill up our molecular assemblers. Like, we've got a handful of crafting slots available. We're going to need another one of those molecular assembler trees pretty soon. I'm just saying. Okay. And now I should be able to get me a couple more dense cables. And yeah, I could P2P this. Oh, really? You don't even know how to do that? Oh, goodness, please. We could absolutely P2P it if we wanted to as well. You know. It's all good. So let's run this cable underneath the groundish here, right? Because I want to start tapping into the potential of these cables. The other thing I could do is tap into this guy. If I wanted to do that, we'd either need to anchor it the whole way. That might be a way to go. So if I anchor blocked him the whole way, and then threw some dense cable on top. No. Because we want to tap into this top one at some point anyway, right? So notice how he's not connecting or doing any channel connecting because we have cables there. The anchors block these two cables from connecting, and that's pretty useful. Cool. Okay, and then what we could do is, I know we're going to need crystal energizers. So I have my 3 crystal energizers right here. Now I'm going to go on a limb and assume that you're not going to go ahead and fill up your RF. Is that correct? Correctamundo. Brutal. And I mean, I might need more than this, believe it or not. I mean, just the amount of crafting that we're going to need to do in the near future leads me to believe that we just might need a lot more of these. This might not be anywhere near enough, but we'll start with this and go on from there. Okay, so crystal etchers. Cool. All right, now to get these guys into here, what I'm probably going to want to do is, actually, maybe I'll run you and you is what I'm going to do. And I want to be prepared to expand this pretty significantly. It might involve a little bit of rearranging some things, but I'd like to have like maybe 8 each at some point. That would be kind of cool, but we'll see. So what I want is interfaces. Give me just a healthy amount of those if you don't mind. And we can convert these interfaces into the other kind of interface. Remember, you can do this, and now you've got an interface that sits like that. Hey, where you going? Get back here. I have a magnet. Killing me, Smalls. Oh, you know, my inventory is full. All right, well, that's a good reason for that happening. So you're... You know, I'm going to probably want to copy these guys, but it's all good. Where's my interfaces? Are you still crafting? Oh, you know what? I probably messed up the circuit etching process. Yeah, I did. Let me borrow another interface. Yeah, I broke all the things, didn't I? Classic Dyer. I was in the middle of using those interfaces. I can just borrow another one for a sec, right? I can borrow you. I just want to make sure that I have the inventory space to pick you up. Okay, so you're going to turn into this kind of interface. Okay. And you're going to connect like that. And that should be cool. And I don't think we need any flux aggregating for the interfaces that we're making right now, right? In theory. Guess we'll find out. Oh, I didn't put my... Yeah, it would help if I put my patterns back in there, wouldn't it? There we go. Come on, Chief. Crafting? What's going on? Did I break it? I might have broken it. Don't tell me you can't, like, do the thing. Why are you being funny, interface? What's going on with this thing? Hello? You don't even see the crowd actually they're processors, aren't they? That should be cool. Where's it going? What's going on here? Is it me or is it being really weird? Am I crazy? What's happening? Alright, let's try this trick. I'm going to convert you back to a normal interface. I'm going to pull you patterns in there. Notice there's some processors in my inventory, by the way. What now? What is going on here? This is super weird, right? I'll be back in a minute once I figure out what broke. Alright, so I broke and replaced the etcher, and now it's behaving. Yes. Okay. Okay, etcher was being weird. Break and replace fixed. I have no explanations. None. For why he decided to be all wonky like that. But let's try this again. Okay, you guys with cables. Okay, and just to be clear, processors 11 go. You should be cooking. And now you're voiding them again. What? What? That is super weird. It's got to be a bug with the circuit etcher. It's got to be a bug with the circuit etcher. That's all I can imagine. Now, if I break and replace you again, now you're behaving. Okay. So that's a thing. So we'll want to be cognizant of that. So if that happens to you guys, you know now just break and replace and you'll be cool, right? You should be behaving now. Ish. You know what? I bet Charge Certus did the same thing, didn't it? I would wager that that's going to complete my craft now. Yep, it definitely did. All right, weird, 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 very weird. And just to be clear, yeah, okay, super weird. I don't know why breaking the interface on the black, that's weird, but whatever. All right, just finished crafting 4 more of these guys. So I tested this a little bit off camera, and I didn't love it. So we're gonna change it up. So where's this dude? Let's put you on wrench mode. I was mostly just testing to see, like, is this good enough? Is this fast enough? And long story short, no, not even a little bit close. So I think we're good to rearrange this now. Now what I might want to do, and I think I have 4 more energizers as well. Good, good, good. Excellent. And then you guys are going to come with me. Can I configure it? Nah, I can't. Oh yeah, that's right. I have a little bit of a storage problem. Remember, you need to make copies of all your circuits. So I've got 4, 4, 4. Good, I didn't lose any. That's good. That's good. I was worried I might have lost a few, but I think we're in good shape here. In which case, we might have dropped a couple things into the void, but nothing that can't be replaced. So we've got this set up now. Let's get these guys covered back up a little bit. I might want to rearrange this a little bit just to tidy it. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Okay, I'm gonna put the pulse centrifuge here. You guys can go there. You can be moved over, and then you guys can be repositioned. And that should look pretty good. A little bit cleaner here, at least, and that looks nice. Now, where, pray tell, might I want to place this bulk of crafting? Because he is going to need a little bit of space. We could maybe, like, a little bit undergroundish here might not be a terrible idea. I feel like that would be convenient enough, and I can then run my cables down here. That might be cool. That might be cool. Let's get our building gadget here. Let's get some more stone. And a little bit of chiseled. Cool. And you can build to me. Yeah, so not... Well... thinking this through. All right, I changed my mind. I decided I want it over here. So here's what I'm thinking for this design. What I would like is maybe along the back here, we could have my circuit etchers on the bottom. And then on top of those, we will have our energizers. Okay, now we want to make sure that we have enough speed upgrades for you guys. For sure. That's why we have to reprogram you. Okay, not a big deal. Yeah, some of you guys have speed upgrades in you already. Some of them not so much yet. We'll get there. So then let's get our cables and our interfaces ready. Okay. So, do you guys all have speed upgrades? No, this side has speed upgrades, right? 1, 2, that should be good enough. We'll start with these 8, and then we'll expand from there. Okay? So then what we want is smart cables running like this, with anchors on top, and then smart cables again. Okay? And then you're going to have dense cable coming up here like this. Okay, and then that tells me that I want to cut this back a little bit. What I'll probably do is just run it like this, and then we can have that one ready to go elsewhere if we need it in a bit. Cool. You should not be using 8 of 8 channels. You should be using 4. 3. 8, 4. Yes, 4. Better. Happy. Cool. All right. So a couple things to note. Don't forget to put your I/O configuration like so, and activated auto output. So those are two important settings to not forget. Otherwise, you know, nothing will work. So it's 3 clicks. And the reason I decided to do a horizontal path like this is so I could put my power underneath and on top. It'll look a little bit cleaner this way. I guess that means that there's one more over here. Beautiful. Okay. And then you're going to get yield flux point. And I'll get you guys power. And then same deal over here. Get you guys power with a flux point. Cool. All right, now we're cooking. All right, now we want to get our stuff back in there. So let's be prepared for that. Here's what I'm going to do, 3 at a time. So 3, 3, 3. Okay, so these are my circuit etchers. So you get one of each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I want my first one on the right here, when you're facing it on the right, obviously, to be the one that makes these guys, because we don't need them all that much, right? And then this fourth guy can get these 3. And then the charge services all go here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now get me more interfaces and more accelerators, and we'll be right back. We're missing diamonds. I can solve that problem pretty easily. So interfaces again, and accelerators. And if we look on the front, all these machines should be cooking right now. See? Look them all running. Cool, right? And that should all be working? Awesome. See how it's kind of distributing the load automatically, which is nice? I like that. Cool. All right. Now to copy this stuff, right, I'm going to snag one batch of the patterns. Okay. And what I know I'm going to want is, let's say, 8 more of this type of interface. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then you're going to have the cables. You're going to have the anchors. You're going to have more cables. And that's cool beans, right? Now, if you think about it, we can also stack this a second time on top. And I might wind up doing that. We will see. But now we want to go copy these patterns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up my inventory for a second here. Put all this stuff away that I probably don't need exactly right now. We don't want to forget our accelerators. Let me put them away after I do this. So you're good. You're good. I think it's just this one that needs it, right? And then everybody has acceleration cards, and everybody's good. Sweet. Okay. So that means acceleration cards can go away. And I'm just going to put everything away that I don't super need at the moment, like you guys. This way I have lots of room for the pattern copying I'm about to do. And you know what? Now that I have so much inventory space, I can steal from you. Cool. So what we do is pretty easy. We need 4 more copies of each pattern, right? So all I got to do is pop this guy in here. And then I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And that's it. That's all we got to do. Pretty easy, right? Sweet. Okay. Now I want 4 more copies of you. So let's be prepared for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more copies of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 more copies of you. And this is how you do way more circuit crafting. All right. So this guy gets the original set. Not that it actually matters, obviously. You can put whichever one you want in there, right? So you're going to be, these guys are all energizers, right? So they get the energizer recipes. Cool. And then you guys get a batch of straight downness. Cool. Now if I go ask for a 4 million storage component, of which I already have 1, what we should see is lots of crafting happening all at once, which is what I would like, you know, ideally to see. Cool. So once we get to that point where, right now he starts off making a ton of silicon and glass, which is obviously made in the energized smelter over here. Okay. But that process is pretty quick. The real slowdown is when we get to the logic and the calculation processors, which should be made faster now by virtue of the fact that I just, you know, made a crazy amount of stuff. Cool. Excellent. So now he's working on pure Certus quartzes, which I forget where that operates at. I think it's one of these machines. Yeah, the pulse centrifuge. I don't know that we need a particularly larger amount of those, but we might get like a couple more. It would probably make life a little bit better. But now we've got all these machines running. So check it out. They are all cooking. Cooking. Look at that. All right. Now we've got... Basically, we're making processors 8 times faster than we were before. And look at all the crystal energizers we have going. Because they need a lot... And I'm just noticing it's not on here, which is weird. Why doesn't this show? Oh, I have to scroll down. Well, that explains it. It looked like there was nothing down here, but there's absolutely something down here. Look, we need like, you know, 2,000-ish charged Certus quartz. And we're getting them pretty quickly. Right? We're getting it all pretty quickly. So, this is neat. And like I said, if I wanted to, I could easily throw boom, boom, and then energy across the top. And then we would have, you know, obviously a lot more sets of these guys cooking all at once. And I legitimately might do that because of how ridiculous the number of resources we need. Because I'm only making a 4. Remember, I need 3 of these 4s to make a 16. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 16 16s. Any questions? I think it would be a smart idea to make more crystal energizers and circuit etchers. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do it, right? Like, we're at 16 channels. We could literally just double this very easily and have, you know, that much more. I think that's the way to go. I think I'm gonna do that a little bit off camera now and just basically double this whole setup. And that would be kind of cool to have that many circuit makers all at once. See, yeah, everything's going, and it's actually pretty quick at this point. It's pretty quick at this point. You know, I might want a couple more pure Certus makers as well. That's the pulse centrifuge. I might make 2 or 3 more of those. So I'll be back in what I'm going to call a minute. I would like to... I'm going to need more of... Oh, good. We have lots of singularities. That's nice. Yeah, let me get 8 more of everything. So I'm going to need a lot more iron. Back in a few. All right, we're in the home stretch. of all the more crafting. What I decided to make was 3 more pulse centrifuges and 8 more etchers and 8 more energizers, right? So we'll put the 3 pulse centrifuges here. That should be all 8 done. Nice. Sweet. Now, do you have a channel? I can't tell if you're going to be a problem for me. Are you going to, like, do things? No, I think you should be fine. Yeah, because you guys don't connect. That's right. That should be fine. That should be fine. Cool. What do we got on this line? 3. So I shouldn't have a problem with interfaces and acceleration cards. I know I'm going to need, like, 100-ish more of these guys. But this should be cool. Okay. So pulse centrifuge, again, you're going to that and that. You're going to that and that. And that. Cool beans. And then my universal cables, we definitely want some of them. My acceleration card should be along soon. There we go. Perfect. That looks good. Okay, and then 3 more interfaces there. Oh, you know what I should bring with me is the thing that I mean to copy. The pattern. So you are a pulse centrifuge, and generally speaking, I'm just gonna teach it both for all 3 of them. So we want 3 more sets of these. Make sure we have enough patterns, by the way. Cool. Yeah, you could probably craft 50 more of these. Make 100, whatever. It's all good. So pulse centrifuges make this. So we want 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3 more. Cool. Sweet. All right, I'm going to put this together off camera real quick because we're getting close to the wrapping up point and I want to get everything in place. All right, so mostly set up on the back there. So let's get these guys all going. Cool. And then that run across there. Anchors across all the top of them. Network engineer. Ooh, what's that from? 128 channels. That's cool. I didn't even know it was tracking that. Awesome. All right, there you go. And now what I'm going to need to do is do all my copying of the recipes thing. So I will be back in a minute after I do that off camera. So I need 8 more copies of each type of recipe. So that shouldn't be bad, I don't think. Yeah, that should be easy peasy. Be right back. Check out this inventory. Oh yeah, it looks so good. It looks so good. All right, so now you get reprogrammed back. Boom. And then we're just gonna down the line, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh? That's cool. Now, in theory, if I want the 4 million again, let's get another one of these cooking. I just want to see what my bottlenecks look like at this point. You're done. I think that guy's done too, right? Yeah, he's fine. He can be done. Temporary storages. So what's coming up the works? Making silicon and making glass. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And then when we get to the pure Certus stage, and all the other stages, obviously. So you're making a bunch of charged Certus as we speak, right? And that would be you guys all across the top. Yeah, charged Certus is going pretty crazy. They all seem to be working, which is nice. And pretty well distributed, too. I mean, some have, you know, close to a stack, and others have a very small amount, but it'll get there. I think it's all building up pretty well. And then for etchers, they'll probably show up in a moment. Probably after all the glass and silicon is done, I would think. Yeah, look how fast we're producing this charged Certus, though. That is pretty cool. Like, we've already, in a few seconds here, made about half of it? Close to half of it? Yeah. We're pretty close to half here. That's not bad. Nice. And then obviously the silicon and the sand all come from the infinite resources that I have. Infinite in strong air quotes, because obviously we will at some point run out of Certus and all that stuff over here, and we're gonna have to resupply red matter, right? Like, that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen at some point, so we'll just want to be cognizant of that possibility. But at this point, all our circuit etchers are probably close to kicking off, I would think. Getting there. You're making a bunch of pure Certus, which is kind of cool to see, right? With the pulse centrifuge all running. Nice, that's cool. And now all my logic processors are cooking. Yeah, see all the processing happening? Yeah, all these machines are running, or at least a lot of them. And it's, like I said, pretty well distributed. Pretty well distributed. Some, like I say, it looks, and this is probably just the way Applied Energistics works. It looks like it's, you know, throwing a stack in there, and this guy's got, you know, he's starting to build up. So, long story short, we are now processing circuits and centrifuge, all that stuff, at a rate of 16 times faster than we were before. So, I feel like that's pretty good, right? I feel like that's pretty good. We're really, really cooking. So what I think I'm going to do between episodes is start working on the 16 millions that we're going to need here. And hopefully they won't be too bad. I think we can pull it off. I think it's going to be doable. So I need to make 16 million storage units, which should be possible with my given resources. Just needs time at this point. And, you know, don't forget I got a little tick acceleration that I can do if I really need to. But overall, like, we're making about, you know, a healthy amount of these, it looks like to me. Assuming that you're doing a good job of distributing them, which you're not doing a great job of, but yeah, you're getting the job done. You know, you're getting the job done. Yeah, not too shabby. And if I wanted to, if I really cared about evenly distributing some things, because that might make life a little bit better. I'm assuming that, like, the initial craft is going to want thousands of them. And then as we get most of them complete and we get towards the end there, it will be slightly less efficient in terms of the distribution, but it won't be bad. If you wanted to, you could very much set up like a pipes network or something with round robin or mechanism inserters. But then, like, there's a lot of, you'd have to like mess with the whole like how it inserts things. I'd have to test that a little bit to see how smart it is about accepting the right resources at the right times. But essentially speaking, you could probably do a better job of distributing that. And then in theory, you would probably only really need one interface connected to the many machines. But that's the beauty of modded Minecraft. There's 100 different ways to do things. You guys pick the way that you like, I pick the way that I like, and everything works, right? That's what I love about this game. All right, Dow20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We now have enough for a 16 millionaire, and we have most of what we need. So, boom. Yeah, I think. Boom, look at that. All right, quest completed, 16 million storage component. Now I'm going to make another one. And that one's going to take a while. That one's going to take a while because basically we need to do 3 sets of everything we just did. Cool. So wrapping up point for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll come back next time. In theory, I'll probably have enough 16 millions to make the Mark III collector. If, for whatever reason, I don't, I will come back next episode and explain why. But what I'd like to do next episode is make this bad boy, then upgrade him as quickly as we can to the very top tier of collector, and use all the EMC we're producing to start amping up production of more things. All right? So, like I said, wrapping up point. Dow20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.